Dạ, có thể mình bắt đầu luôn ha.
Dạ, đủ rồi hết thầy.
Dạ,
Rồi. Good evening, teachers. Good evening, everyone. My name is Nguyễn Thị Ngọc Sương, and I would like
dạ,
to
có thể
be,
mình bắt đầu luôn ha.
and I would like to share with you about our topic, and being the MC of Group 4 for the sharing sessions today. My inner self at this very moment is deeply moved, and as well as all members of Group 4 hold immense appreciation and gratitude for the wonderful context of this exam today, and as well as for your presence, contentment, and mindful listening that gives me the opportunity to be present here. Dear teachers, dear everyone, I would like to begin for sharing for the topic 2, the structure of human being. Yeah. Have you ever wondered where the deep roots of our experiences, emotions, and lives up and down come from? Today, we will seek the answer together through a remarkable, important frame of reference, the structure of human being, from the perspective of religion and belief. This understanding is not merely theoretical knowledge. It is a guiding map that helps us return to the true nature within ourselves, comprehend the 16 human natures, and master our inner world. From there, we can proactively change the course in the present to create a desired effect in the future. And the human structure is the greatest knowledge of from WIT. It is a distinctive knowledge we have ever learned because it helped me a lot in my life. It helped me to overcome difficulties in my circumstances and the situation in working, learning, in building relationships, and even improving health in four aspects of life. This knowledge deserves to be learned in our life, especially when we learn and we continue to share with others, because this is really applicable. This is an effective way for our life when this is applied knowledge. So we are human. We need to know about ourselves, deep inside ourselves, right? So this is also a question for a long time, and for a lot of people want to have the answer. What is it inside us? So you go back to the insight in the world, in our inner being. What is the inner being? So many questions in our life about ourselves. So since the time enjoyed in WIT community, WIT training organization, I realized that there are three standard frames of preference. And human structure, the structure of human being, is one of the standard frames of reference. Of course, this is the philosophy, and it has been posted across centuries. None is more fundamental than this. Human structure is the root of the education philosophy and is the answer to the question, what inside ourselves? What is the inner being? And the human structures is the second of the three standard realms of preference in WIT, alongside the formula of the source of life and the triangle of reality. It approaches the human being and from perspective of religion and belief, and drawing especially from deep cartography and Buddhism philosophy. Psychology, with the formula of the source of life, explains how results are, how results and should be principles or ethics, and the structure of humanity. Structure of human being deeply practical. It explains not merely that the parts make the human being, but how those parts interact and track their movements, and how master the inner structures translate into mastery in our life. And starting for the special sharing about the unique wisdom of humanity, I would like to invite Miss Bích with the warm voice, good accent in English, and Miss Bích helps us much to have this presence, this context today to share with you. And Miss Bích will share with us about the true nature. I would like to invite Miss Bích.
Thank you, Miss Ngọc Sương, for introducing me to the next sharing of Group 4. Good evening, teachers and friends. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm so grateful today to be able to present about the true nature of human being, which is considered to be the most precious knowledge, precious wisdom of humanity. Everyone should grasp the first. So in order to start, I would like to invite Miss Chang Yung to help with the writing on the screen. And also would like to invite all of the person present here in this Zoom room to work together with us in exploring about the true nature. So let's start with the definition first. True nature. What is the true nature of human being? Is there anyone here can give us that definition or your concept about the true nature? You can put a chat on the chat box or just speak freely, because we just have a certain number of people here. So what is the true nature? What is the concept? The most beautiful and precious concept that needed for all humanity. How do we know about the true nature of humanity? The true nature of human structure? Is there anyone who can raise hand or putting it on the chat box? Think about it. True nature. True nature. So, because there is no answer yet, so I just like to quote what wise men pointed out to us. Oh, Miss Ngọc Bích sharing that the true nature means it's not fake, right? That's the thing that we normally think of when distinguish between true and form. Yeah, thanks Miss Phượng and also Miss Oanh is what is always true. Sincere kindness. Thank you for all of your response. According to the wise man, true nature is what does not change across space and time. Please write it down together with Miss Chang Yung on the screen because it's so important knowledge for all of us. True nature is what does not change across space and time. Think about it. Is there anything that does not change across space and time in this world? Can you name something that does not change? Everything that most of humanity searching for, material things, just like our cars or our houses. Do they change across space and time, everyone? Houses, cars, or our material possession. Do they change? Do they change, everyone? It change, right? Yes, thank you, Miss Jang Yung. They are real, but they are not true nature at all. Even our body, the thing that we very much value of, because everyone will die someday, right? It changes over time and space. Not only material thing, those precious things that most of human looking for, love. Love also changes across space and time. Have you ever recognized it? It changes. It can grow or it can diminish. People say that there is eternal love, but there is no love of the true nature. So, because most of us are searching for and run for the thing that changes across space and time, is hardly for humanity to obtain peace and joy or lasting happiness. Let me share with you a beautiful story about the combat between demons and humans. Once upon a time, demons and humans lived together on earth. Because of so many differences, the combat, the conflict soon come, and finally, demons were defeated and forced to leave the earth. To revenge, demons decided to hide that most precious thing of human, which is true nature, so that humanity will never be able to get back stable and lasting peace and joy. Yeah, Miss Phượng put the question, can it be our love for beautiful things that I just mentioned before? Love is also changing. Beautiful thing, whether it's material or non-material, is still either growing or diminish, and it always changes across space and time. So it's not the true nature at all. So let's get back to the story. So in order to hide or take away the most precious thing of humanity, the demon have a discussion where to hide it. To make a long story short, they decided either to hide it in the highest mountain or the deepest level of the sea or in a very dangerous jungle. But finally, they found out that humans are so smart, so intelligent, and at the end, they will find equipments or things to reach those places in order to get back the true nature. Finally, the eldest and also the most intelligent demons make a conclusion that they find out the place to hide, that humanity very rarely or can never have a chance to get back the true nature, is hiding inside of human being. Because it's inside of human being and we have the tendency to look outside for things, there's no chance for humanity to get back and to be suffer for all the time without the true nature. From that story, thousand years pass by until 2570 years ago. There's one man called Gautama got back the true nature and then share it to humanity. So from that story, we find that how important of the true nature when humanity can get it back. And later on in our sharing, you can know that the true nature is the intention to see, intention to hear, intention to say, and intention to know. Most of the school of thought say that is the observer, and all the religions mention is the very important thing, just like the Buddhahood in Buddhism, Christhood in Christianity, or the true self with the capital letter S. And the true nature is surrounded by the electromagnetism of light. And that's why it's so precious. Because only that we can get a stable and balanced frequency of vibration, and then to achieve the thing that we want in life with the vibration frequency at the high level. Later on, we will learn about it. So within this time, you can see that Miss Chang Nhung just pointed out is the intention to hear, to see, and to say and to know, surrounded by the electromagnetism of light. So next, I would like to invite the most handsome man and smart one who always give very wise advice in our group work to continue sharing about the 4 layers of human structure. Mr. Trường Luật, please come to the stage and I hand
Yeah.
the mic to you.
Thank you, Miss Lisa, for telling me. Hello, everyone. Good to see all of you. The first thing I want to say appreciation and gratitude to all of your presence here today. And I would like to sharing the next is the structure of the human being. When we remind about the structure of human being, we usually think that the physical body, such as brain, hand, leg, organ, or the combination of our physical body. But thanks to the Wish philosophy of education and the wise man have pointed out to us that the structure of human being, according to the Wish philosophy of education, that will have 4 layers. And the deepest and most authentic part of the human structure and the deepest layer is a changing true nature. This consists of intention to hear, intention to see, intention to say, and intention to know. We like Miss has sharing that the changing and the true nature, that's the thing that's not changed across space and time, and that the destiny that we find out when we understand ourselves and understand who we really are. And the second layers, it is 16 human natures. This layer describes the different tendencies and characteristic of our life. The different of one by one, and this build the patterns of the human being. They can determine and influence the way we think, communicate, react, and the way we interact with other people. So if we understand the 16 human natures layer, we can this help us to understand ourselves and help us to interact with other people in a good way. And in 16 human natures, we have the consists of reception, touch, action, consciousness, well, beauty, plan, food, sleep, grace, anger, ignorant, arrogant, right, doubt, evil, and adherent. In 16 human natures, we have 2, the focal points that govern others natures is writ or conception, and design and conception regarding the well, beauty, plan, food, and sleep determine the degree and the level of amplitude of the anger, ignorant, arrogant, down, evil, and adherent, while also dictating and receiving. That follows the way we view the human life. And this covered by the yin-yang electromagnetism. And when the design and conception are satisfied, the nature are put towards the positive direction. And when unsatisfied, this push to the negative direction. And the third layer of the structure of human being is the layer of emotion. The layer of emotion that how we react using the emotional feelings is is comprising of the 84,000 illusory bubbles, and finally layers is the layer of the physical body. This is the outermost layer of the structure of human being, and this composed of earth, like nutrition, water, air, your breath, and fire, warmth. And this is also surrounded by yin-yang electromagnetism. And this 4 layers is compared to the structure of human being. And I will invite Miss Ngọc Bích to sharing about the inner being. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Lok, for introducing me. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Before I begin my presentation, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to our teacher, Mr. Oki, and thank you everyone who is present with us on Zoom tonight. Thank you, your time, your presence. Yeah. And thank you, Mr. Loma, yeah, and Miss Bích Hà. Yeah, we have just explored this, the concept of the true nature and the 4 layers of the human beings. These concepts give us an important foundation for understanding what is happening with a human being. And from that foundation, I would like to take us one step further today, not only to look at what exists within us, but also to explore how our inner being operates when we receive the messages that come to us every day. Yeah. And now, thank you, Mr. Trang Nhung, help me to draw the diagram. Yeah. And now we are going to establish some concepts and definition about the inner being. As you know, when we separate our body, what remains inside a human being is the inner part. In the human nature, as Mr. Lok just mentioned to us, the body is the tangible, the intangible factors within a person, including the mind. This means that the intention, Mr. Lục just mentioned to you, the nature layer and the emotion which constitute the inner being. So the inner being consists of the mind, the nature, and the emotion. Now, when a message is transmitted to us, what happens inside our inner being? When a message comes to us, the wise man pointed to us that when a message comes to us and touches our layer of emotion, we can define this place as using emotion to interact with the message. If the message comes to us and touches our layer of nature, the second layer, we define this place as using nature to analyze and distinguish. And if the message comes to us and touches our mind, we define this place as using the mind to receive. So let me explain more about this. In our daily life, many messages come to us every day. Sometimes we react to those messages immediately, right? Do you agree with me? And sometimes we react very strongly and instantly. And sometimes we analyze the message first and only and after that we react. And sometimes we simply know the message and we do not have any reaction to it. So if a message comes to us and touches our layer of emotion, we call it using emotion to interact. Let me give you an example. I would like to invite someone from our class to cooperate with me in this example. Can I invite Miss One? Can I invite Mr. One? Can I invite you, Mr. One?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Actually, you know, I have never met Mr. One in outside before. Then one day, I have one